there, Wildcats. Welcome back to another season of CDub Today. I'm Arianna Shields from CDub Media, bringing the latest news of what's happening here at the Woods. Did you know that according to dictionary.com, over 1,700 words were added in 2024? From gazooks to that's hot, being the bee's knees are on fleek, slang is a part of us, and this generation is no different. Check out this story by Henderson.
In every generation, new slang emerges. At Cypress was high school, it's no different.
I know Sigma.
I like the word mog. Usually it means when someone is more attractive than someone else.
I know Riz.
Slang emerges through music, politics, and other creative arts. Today, teens use social media to emulate those trends.
I usually hear slang words in like classrooms or I guess groups where people of my age are gathering. TikTok comment sections, Instagram Reels.
And through the students, teachers also learn language.
I typically hear new slang words from my students first and foremost, and then sometimes I'll get them online whenever I'm scrolling through different reels and things, but typically whenever I hear a new slang word, it comes directly from my students.
On average, 2 billion people use social media every day, and 89% of Americans learn new slang on social media or the internet.
I think my favorite slang word is Rizzler, and if you look it up in the dictionary, you'll see me there.
This makes for interesting conversations in the classroom.
Riz is a word that is constantly used in my classroom for a lot of different things, but it mostly came up last year when we were reading Romeo and Juliet, and they were using Riz to describe the different characters in Romeo and Juliet, so it was just funny to see the connections that the students made with a slang word in coordination with something that was written so long ago.
With Gen Z slang usage, a sort of language barrier is forming between generations. 30% of Gen X workers struggle understanding their millennial and Gen Z coworkers.
It is harder to communicate with students when they're using different language and slang words because I don't know all of them. So it's confusing to me which ones are appropriate, which ones are inappropriate, and it adds a level of nuance to the conversations that we have.
Students also feel the struggle of communication with older generations.
Yeah, I think it's harder definitely to communicate with like adults because they don't really go on the internet, so they don't know the new slang words and stuff. So I think it's easier to like understand what like more younger people are saying, like Gen Alpha, because that's where you get it from, you know?
Of course we're gonna use these terms that we use every day to communicate on a game. We're gonna communicate in real life too, because if I say, yo, bro just emoted to my friend, he's gonna know what I mean because we both play Fortnite together. Like it's an easy way to converse between two people over something we relate with.
Some adults welcome these new phrases with open arms in order to connect with younger students.
I feel I am a Sigma man because I am the captain of my own ship. I don't need to follow anyone. Whatever drum beat's going on outside of my world, I don't hear it because I march to my own drum beat.
Say less, Mr. Williams. Reporting for CDub Media, I'm Henderson.
This year, CyWoods hosted the third annual speech and debate competition. They have been working hard to make sure the event goes smoothly.
We have schools from all over the Houston area that come here and compete in a variety of different events. There's debate events, there's speaking events, and there's even some acting events that are offered. Oh, it's a huge undertaking. There's a lot of planning that goes into it, and we have to have a lot of volunteers, both from our students and teacher bases.
Most of the team are new to speech and debate, so this type of competition can seem daunting. But now with the help of Mr. Willoughby, the Wildcats are going the extra degree to prepare.
They've been prepping really hard through making cases, finding arguments, finding sources, and then all of our speech kids, they've been working hard to make their script, make their speech, and then getting that through Willoughby because Mr. Willoughby he's a little more speech oriented, so he's been helping out a lot with those speech kids.
Many of our Wildcats finish in top 3, proving that hard work pays off. In other news, CyWoods hosted the Comedy Sportz Gameathon for the first time. Students across Houston gathered here at CyWoods to learn how to play comedy sports from real professionals. LaBruno has more to this story.
The CyWoods Theater Company has participated in Comedy Sportz, an interactive improvisation show for the past 6 years. This year, they're holding their very own Gameathon.
Comedy Sportz is it's improv. It's an improv show specifically. Gameathon is a festival for all of the schools that participate in the high school league. The nature of it is it's 2 teams of improvisers who compete in short form scenes and games.
This day of fun provides opportunities for these improv students to really hone their skills.
And then they break up into stations, and at those stations they learn like different parts of comedy sports and like the important features that you need to know in order to be successful in it. And really, it's also just a great time to get around, get to know people, get to know other captains, you know, other teams, and really expand your social circle.
It's a perfect time to scope out the competition.
It's a really great way to kind of like jumpstart the school year for all of our teams, and a real cool way for them to also kind of get exposure to each other, so that throughout the year when matches are happening between schools, you kind of like, oh yeah, I remember hanging out with you at Gaitan. It was so much fun. I can't believe this is y'all's school. So it's a really fun socialization as well as like training tool for us as coaches in the high school program.
Comedy Sportz, Houston's longest running comedy show spanning 32 years, decided to add this new festival a few years ago.
When I was in the high school league program, we did not have this festival once a year. We would just like meet schools at different places, and because there's like this faux competition around it, it would almost feel like we were competing. And the way we kind of changed that when we started doing Gameathon was bringing everyone together and being like, hey, all of our jobs is to put on a really funny show for like our friends and family. So it's way more fun for us to like not look at it as any sort of competition, because like we don't care if we win. We play to win. We don't care if we win, and we don't care if we lose. It's about making people laugh.
Good luck to all the teams this year. Make sure to break a leg or maybe a funny bone. Reporting for CDub Media, I'm Benny LaBruno.
Lacey Kepi is on the court preparing her team for their upcoming matches, both physically and mentally.
So my expectations for the team is just mostly sportsmanship. So I want them to have good character overall. Obviously winning is a bonus, but their grades and their character comes first as human beings.
The team is focused on the upcoming season and are gearing up for the challenges ahead.
The way I stay motivated is coming to practice every day and just seeing everybody trying to get better, working towards getting better for the team. I don't want to let the team down, so it makes me want to practice hard and play hard.
Let's make some racket for our tennis team as we cheer them on this season. That's all the time we have for today. Stay updated on everything happening at the Woods by subscribing to our YouTube channel, and don't forget to follow us on all our socials. Just look for CDub_media. Thanks for watching CDub today as we strive every month to go the extra degree.